Represento las calles de mi tierra. Mi bandera, ay, mi bandera. Puerto Rico y todos los latinos. Sonamos donde quiera.
Buenas tardes, bienvenido. What's up, man? Welcome to Sports Jedi Network. We are Latinos with Wrestling Voices. We got PGA Chris, and we got a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to bring him in. None other, Netro Campeón from Bronx, New York. The one and only Mike Santana. Happy holidays, Mike. ¿Cómo está, papá?
Todo bien, todo bien. Everything good, man. Just here in beautiful Dallas, Texas. The weather's great here. I'm sure it's better than New York right now. And yeah, man, just having a good time doing this media and driving these shows home. And yeah, man, I hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm beautiful in Orlando, Florida, so it's nice out here. I know Chris is having a little weather in PA, but Chris, the floor is yours, man. Ask away.
Yeah, Mike, we got to talk to you in the beginning of the year, right before Slammiversary. You had a great 2025. I just want to know, what did this year mean to you overall? What did this year teach you through all the ups and downs? This year has probably meant so much to you in so many different ways. Talk to me a little bit about 2025.
I mean, you said it right there, man. It's been a amazing and storied career, year, and yeah, career too, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
it's been insane, and it's been one that, like, when I think back on it, man, it's like 2024 was like a proving ground for me because I had just gotten back and I was getting my feet wet with a lot of things, and also trying to I guess, find a part of myself, right? But 2025, I found that, Poppy, and I drove him home, bro. And 2025, honestly, like, was the year that I said, yeah, I'm that guy, and I've proven it every time I've stepped inside of a ring anywhere. I have this, like, this fire and this motivation, and it's hard to explain. I've gotten to do some amazing things, a lot of accolades, a lot of accomplishments, not just winning the TNA World title, but I got to main event 2 of the biggest shows in TNA history. Like, aside from that, the very first Puerto Riqueño TNA World Champion. I got to say it again. The very first Boricua TNA World Champion.
That's right.
And that alone was monumental in itself, right? But again, like, going back to what I've learned, the main thing that I've learned is to trust myself, right? And the reality is, no one is going to put in the work like you. No one is going to get you to where you want to be more than you. And I'm just super thankful. I'm super humbled, and I'm just getting started. The work continues.
Awesome. I want to follow up there. How do you balance that personal growth with your competitive hunger that you need to get to that level that you're currently in and want to ascend to?
As we know, balance is everything, right? I'm a father. I wear a lot of hats in my family. I'm the person in my family that a lot of people look to for advice and look to for a lot of things, and I embrace it. You know what I mean? I'm no pun intended, I'm the head of my table. You know what I mean? And I'm very proud of that, and I wear that hat proudly. And I'm just thankful that I'm at a point in my life in general where I know how to maneuver around these things, because like I've learned in throughout my journey with sobriety and recovery and stuff, like, I learned a set of tools that allow me to maneuver through these different stages of my life. And but the same way that I'm hungry and motivated in professional wrestling is the same way as a family man and being who I am at home. I'm just a passionate person in general. Like, passion, I'm driven off passion. But I also give myself time for me. And I think that's very important. Having a balance with that is also like taking time to have me, because I'll say this, like, I don't like big crowds. I don't like a lot of attention. I'm a loner a lot of the times. I like my me time. And that's the time where I really like, I guess, embrace everything that I've done or I'm gonna do. And I think it's just like, yeah, but none of that hinders my fire or motivation. If anything, it allows me to increase it. You know what I mean? The fact that I take the time to do all these different things. Um, but yeah, man, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed in every aspect.
Mike, you
And
said
you
you were
are,
in
man.
Dallas. You said you were in Dallas. Dallas is a really, really great wrestling city. You're getting ready there to start the year off hot, going into
Yep.
Genesis with live shows. What can the crowd in Dallas expect? How are you excited to start off the new year hot? Obviously, AMC, that's huge. Talk to me a
Yeah.
little bit about that. What are you most excited about for those events and the AMC?
Honestly, man, we were here in Dallas for Genesis this year, 2025. That's when I wrestled Josh Alexander, actually. And that crowd was hot as hell. Like you said, Dallas is a wrestling city. It has a very rich history. Just Texas in general, man, has such a rich pro wrestling history. Um, and the crowd back in Dallas of this, like at Genesis this year, they were rowdy and they brought that energy for sure. So I expect nothing different. If anything, I expect it to be increased because of the new era that we're going to be in, and just the excitement of AMC and excitement for the first pay-per-view of that new era. You know what I mean? I think everyone is coming to bring that their A game, and everyone is motivated, and the fans are in for some amazing pro wrestling.
Love it. And speaking of that move, when you first when the locker room and yourself heard of that big huge news going to AMC, what was your initial reaction?
It was. I mean, it was more of a finally, like, the work paid off, and it's gonna pay off, and finally more people are going to get to see the hard work and dedication that goes into TNA and that TNA brings to the table. I've always said TNA for a long time has been like a hidden gem, right? And a lot of people didn't have access to it because it's not available on a major channel or this or that. There's always been something, but now there's no excuse. Now there's nothing stopping us other than ourselves, right? And I think we're going into an amazing time and an amazing era, and the fact that more people are going to be able to see everything is insane.
Mike, I want to talk about your documentary, Immersed. I just got done watching the second episode.
Yeah.
And I want to know for you, because like you said, you've been very open about everything you've been through, but you've also said, you don't like to put too much out there. You're very alone or you're quiet. I just want to know how do you feel about, kind of putting yourself out there in this type of setting where, you have people that are very important talking about you, like guys that were there in the beginning of your career, Amazing Red. You got guys
Yeah.
that are really respected in the industry, your daughter as well.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
what does kind of showing that mean to you, and how do you feel about just your life being kind of documented like that?
Super uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's why I was, I love it though, because I think everybody
Yeah.
could, what you've been through, you're one of us, and everybody
Yes.
of us, we can relate. And I think it's very important, and we're grateful and blessed that, you were willing to share that with us.
Yeah, I have this thing where you have to get used to the uncomfortableness, because that's the only way that you grow. The most growth comes from uh, being in an uncomfortable situation. So I just look at it that way. And also, um, I said, when I decided to really open up and tell my story and really share the things that I've shared, I did it in the hopes of helping someone, even if it helps one person, you know. Um, so yeah, I think that at the core of it, like, I'm doing this as a selfless act. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for others, you know. And again, I said that I wanted to do something that was going to help people. And I realized that pro wrestling is my way of doing that. And having this platform is my way of giving back to people that have been in similar situations, or someone that, you know, may not have hope, or have, you know, someone to look at and be like, man, you know, if he did it, I could do it. Right. So I always try to look at it in that way. And but yeah, it's there's times where I'll watch things back and I'm just like, oh man, this is so uncomfortable. But again, there's a greater cause behind it, you know. And there's a lot of times in life where you have to not be selfish, right, and not care about your own feelings, and do what's best for everything and everyone, right? I had another experience the first time I went to El Paso and did media. They took us to the children's hospital, and that was one of the roughest things that I've ever experienced in my life, because these are kids that are literally struggling for their lives, and we're going there offering them just a little moment of escape to forget about whatever they're going through, right? But also at the same time is like, I'm dealing with the emotions of, oh my God, that could be my little girl. You know what I mean? And it was so rough. But again, just reminding yourself that it's much bigger than you, and be selfless.
And one thing I'm going to say, I resonate with you. I'm much older than you, but I'm also that kid from the projects, from the Bronx,
Yep.
Puerto Riqueño. So I identify with your story, and seeing you don't know how proud it is to see you just wrestle and just give us that escape. So
Yep.
you touch our story and we resonate with you so much. That's why we are such uber fans of yours, because of that. Yo me identifico. I mean, I made a joke yesterday. I go, when you were climbing that cage, I go, he's probably climbing the gate over to go to Katona Pool at night.
Yeah,
I know
100%.
We all been to that
100%.
one. So,
100%. And
so
that's a
I
high ass
identify
gate.
with that. Yeah, it is a high ass gate to go swimming. So I identify with that. But I have a question. Do you feel stronger now, or just better at surviving?
I no longer live my life in survival mode. I lived so long of my life with that. Is like I was constantly on guard, constantly like, you know, waiting for the next shoe to drop, right? But I thankfully learned to take life as it comes. The past is the past, and the future doesn't exist because it hasn't happened yet. So all we got is today, right? And I'm definitely much stronger today. I'm definitely much more wiser today, and that's because of the things that I've experienced and endured, and you know. But also I'm a New Yorker. That shit is that it's ingrained in us, right? That survival instincts. But as far as letting it control or drive my mind, like I'm good. You know what I mean? I survived already. You know, I survived and I made it through, and I made it to the other side. And the main thing that I'm thankful for is that, like, my daughter never has to worry about living any kind of life close to what I lived. And to me, that's the real success. And I won already.
Yeah, take it from me. My son just graduated Full Sail University. So you're like, we and you. We came from the Bronx. We went into projects, and I can say my son graduated Ballin Victorian. So I'm a
That's
proud
awesome.
papa.
Congrats.
And I know that thank you. And I know that I see that with your daughter, and great things ahead of there. So we're applauding you. Good, Chris. Sorry, I had
No, well said. No, this will be my last question. Again, thank you so much for your time. Great to talk to you again. I just want to know, what are your goals for 2026? What is it? Do you want to win back more gold, TNA gold? What is it for you in 2026? What are you looking most forward to? Mike Santana.
Of course, I will be a 2-time TNA World Champion. But overall, I always just try to elevate in every way possible. And my main goal for 2026 is to have it be a bigger year than 2025. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
I've had an amazing run in 2025. I got to accomplish amazing things, and I truly believe that 2026 is going to top this year for sure. And I look forward to it, and I'm embracing it, and I'm ready to put in the work.
Awesome. Yeah, we hope that you definitely achieve that two-time TNA World Champion, and you got to get back at those NXT kids, man. Go get their title, man.
Yeah,
go
right.
And take that title. Make them go in that locker room and break some heads. Show them how we do it Bronx style, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, can you hear me? All right. Just froze for a little bit there. Look, we're gonna wrap this up. We want to thank you for joining us. We want to wish you a prosper 2026 for yourself, your daughter, the TNA locker room, everyone in that TNA have brought us 2025. That brought us joy. Watching your story from the very beginning it's brought us on our channel a lot of joy. Meeting you, meeting everyone from the TNA, going ourselves, flying to New York to the UBS Arena, being part of those loud and proud Boricuas at the UBS Arena. You made our 2026. We were in there. We love it, and we want to thank you so much, Mike. We really appreciate you. Keep going pa'lante. Not just your slogan, but we are with you pa'lante, and thank you so much again.
Thank you guys, man. I appreciate the endless support, and let's keep going on this ride, man.
Absolutely. And this is Mike Santana's interview on Latino Wrestling Voices, part of the Sports Jedi Network. And we want to thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. All that good stuff. Mucho pernil. Mucho
Hell
de todo.
yeah.
Y pasteles y pa'lante. Let me end this here. So